Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to explore John and Sarah's romantic relationship based on Dr. Milan and Kaye Yerkovich's 5 love styles. These love styles can help us understand how our childhood experiences and upbringing can affect our romantic relationships and how we interact with our partners. Although we have a choice to become the people we want to be, there is no doubt that our childhood shapes us a lot. The way we react to different situations and the way we express ourselves, our behavioral patterns are formed from an early age when we first start learning how to perceive our immediate environment. Marriage and family counselors Dr. Milan and Kaye Yerkovich found that everyone has a specific love style based on their upbringing. Love style includes our preferences and inclinations for how we respond to romantic partners. But by understanding how we love, we can learn how our love styles affect our relationships. Here are the 5 love styles of Dr. Milan and Kaye Yerkovich. 1. The pleaser. Sarah has a pleaser love style, which means she may have a strong need to please others and may struggle with setting boundaries in her relationships. She may have grown up in an environment where she learned that her worth was tied to how much she could do for others, which has led her to prioritize others' needs over her own. As a result, Sarah may exhibit behaviors that reflect her pleaser love style, such as putting John's needs before her own. Sarah may prioritize John's needs over her own, even if it means sacrificing her own wants or needs. She may go out of her way to make sure John is happy and comfortable, even if it means neglecting her own self-care. For example, Sarah may cancel plans with her friends to spend time with John, or may cook John's favorite meal even if she doesn't enjoy it. Struggling to say no. Sarah may also struggle to say no to John or to set boundaries in their relationship. She may have a fear of disappointing or upsetting John, which can lead her to say yes to things she doesn't want to do. For example, if John asks Sarah to do something she doesn't want to do, Sarah may agree to do it even if it makes her uncomfortable. Avoiding conflict. Sarah may also avoid conflict in her relationship with John. She may have a fear of confrontation or may worry that speaking up will damage their relationship. As a result, she may keep her feelings to herself or may downplay her own needs in order to avoid conflict. For example, if John does something that upsets her, Sarah may not say anything and may try to brush it off. These behaviors can be harmful to Sarah and can lead to feelings of resentment or burnout. By recognizing her pleaser love style and working to address it, Sarah can learn to set boundaries and prioritize her own needs in her relationship with John. 2. The victim. Sarah has a victim love style, which means she may feel powerless and helpless in her relationship with John. She may have grown up in an environment where she was neglected or abused, which has led her to seek validation or rescue from her partner. As a result, Sarah may exhibit behaviors that reflect her victim love style, such as blaming John for her problems. Sarah may blame John for her negative emotions or circumstances, even if they are not directly related to him. For example, if Sarah has a bad day at work, she may come home and blame John for not being supportive enough, even if he had nothing to do with her work situation. Playing the martyr. Sarah may also play the role of the martyr in her relationship with John. She may sacrifice her own needs and desires in order to please him, and then resent him for not appreciating her efforts. For example, Sarah may agree to go to a movie that she doesn't want to see, and then complain to John about how he never takes her preferences into account. Seeking sympathy. Sarah may also seek sympathy from John by portraying herself as a victim. She may exaggerate her problems or struggles in order to elicit a sympathetic response from him. For example, Sarah may tell John that she's always the one who gets hurt in their relationship, even if John has never intentionally hurt her. These behaviors can be harmful to Sarah's relationship with John, as they can create a dynamic of resentment and mistrust. By recognizing her victim love style and working to address it, Sarah can learn to communicate more effectively with John and build a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. 3. The avoider. John has an avoidant love style, which means he may struggle with emotional intimacy and vulnerability in his relationship with Sarah. He may have grown up in an environment where emotions were not expressed or were seen as a weakness, which has led him to avoid emotional closeness with others. As a result, John may exhibit behaviors that reflect his avoidant love style, such as withdrawing from Sarah. John may withdraw from Sarah when he feels overwhelmed or vulnerable. He may avoid talking about his feelings or may shut down emotionally when Sarah tries to initiate a conversation. For example, if Sarah asks John how he's feeling about a particular issue, John may respond with a short, dismissive answer or may change the subject. Minimizing the importance of the relationship. John may also minimize the importance of his relationship with Sarah in order to maintain his independence. He may prioritize his own needs and desires over Sarah's, and may resist making long-term plans or commitments with her. For example, if Sarah suggests that they take a vacation together, John may respond by saying that he's too busy with work or that he prefers to travel alone. Avoiding physical intimacy. John may also avoid physical intimacy with Sarah, such as hugging, kissing, or holding hands. He may feel uncomfortable with physical touch or may see it as a sign of emotional vulnerability. For example, if Sarah tries to initiate physical contact with John, he may pull away or make an excuse to avoid it. These behaviors can be hurtful to Sarah and can create a sense of distance and disconnection in their relationship. By recognizing his avoidant love style and working to address it, John can learn to communicate more effectively with Sarah and build a deeper, more fulfilling relationship. 4. The vacillator. John and Sarah both have a vacillator love style, which means they may experience extreme emotional ups and downs in their relationship. They may have grown up in an environment where their emotional needs were not consistently met, which has led them to seek validation and reassurance from their partner. As a result, John and Sarah may exhibit behaviors that reflect their vacillator love style, such as pushing for emotional closeness. John and Sarah may push for emotional closeness with each other, but then become overwhelmed or anxious when they get it. They may crave intimacy and connection, but then feel suffocated or trapped when they get too close. For example, John and Sarah may spend a lot of time together and share intimate details about their lives, but then John may suddenly pull away and become distant. Struggling with trust. John and Sarah may also struggle with trust in their relationship. They may have a fear of abandonment or rejection, which can lead them to question their partner's loyalty or commitment. For example, Sarah may become jealous or suspicious if John spends time with other women, even if there is no evidence of infidelity. Having intense emotional reactions. John and Sarah may also have intense emotional reactions to small things in their relationship. They may become easily upset or angry, and may struggle to regulate their emotions. For example, if John forgets to call Sarah when he said he would, Sarah may become extremely upset and accuse John of not caring about her. These behaviors can create a sense of instability and unpredictability in John and Sarah's relationship. By recognizing their vacillator love style and working to address it, John and Sarah can learn to communicate more effectively with each other and build a more stable, secure relationship. 5. The controller. John has a controlling love style, which means he may have a strong need for control and may struggle with giving up power in his relationship with Sarah. He may have grown up in an environment where he had to be in control in order to feel safe or secure, which has led him to seek control in his relationships. As a result, John may exhibit behaviors that reflect his controlling love style, such as dictating how Sarah should behave. John may try to control Sarah's behavior by telling her what to do or how to act. He may have specific expectations for how Sarah should dress, speak, or behave in public, and may become angry or upset if she doesn't meet those expectations. For example, John may tell Sarah that she needs to dress more conservatively or that she shouldn't talk to certain people. Making decisions without consulting Sarah. John may also make decisions without consulting Sarah or taking her feelings into account. He may believe that he knows what's best for both of them and may not see the need to involve Sarah in the decision-making process. For example, John may decide to buy a new car without discussing it with Sarah first, or may make plans for the weekend without asking her what she wants to do. Using emotional manipulation. John may also use emotional manipulation to control Sarah's behavior. He may use guilt, fear, or shame to get her to do what he wants, or may threaten to withhold love or affection if she doesn't comply. For example, John may tell Sarah that he won't love her anymore if she doesn't do what he wants, or may make her feel guilty for spending time with her friends instead of him. These behaviors can be harmful to Sarah and can create a sense of powerlessness and resentment in their relationship. By recognizing his controlling love style and working to address it, John can learn to communicate more effectively with Sarah and build a more equal, respectful relationship. Childhood experiences and upbringing play a crucial role in shaping our romantic relationships in adulthood. Our early experiences with our caregivers and family members can influence our beliefs about love, trust, and intimacy. For example, if we grew up in a household where our emotional needs were not met, we may struggle with forming healthy attachments and expressing our emotions in our adult relationships. Dr. Milan and Kaye Yerkovich's 5 love styles are rooted in childhood experiences and attachment patterns. The avoider style, for example, may stem from a childhood where emotional expression was discouraged or punished. The pleaser style may come from a childhood where the child learned that their worth was tied to how much they could do for others. The vacillator style may come from a childhood where the child experienced inconsistent or unpredictable parenting. By understanding how our childhood experiences have shaped our love styles, we can begin to identify patterns in our relationships and work to change them. For example, if we recognize that we have a tendency to prioritize our partner's needs over our own, as in the pleaser style, we can work on setting boundaries and prioritizing our own self-care. If we tend to withdraw from emotional intimacy, as in the avoider style, we can work on opening up and expressing our emotions in a healthy way. Overall, understanding the role of childhood experiences in shaping our love styles can help us build stronger, healthier relationships in adulthood. By recognizing our patterns and working to change them, we can create more fulfilling and satisfying relationships with our partners.